Hey, hey, hey.
That was
Why does
interesting.
it
I'm
keep
sorry.
freezing like that? Yeah, so
No
weird.
idea. But we're here.
Yes, we are. Hey, Broken
How are you,
Traditions.
Mo?
Hey.
Oh, hey, Broken
I'm
Traditions.
good. How are you?
I mean, I feel
Fabu,
crazy, but
fabu.
I'm okay.
I
Feeling
guess I'm okay.
crazy. I mean, as okay as one can be
Yeah.
in these times.
In these trying times. I don't even know. I can't keep up. Apparently, the latest news is there was a homeless guy killed outside of the RNC because he was fighting.
Oh, he was homeless?
Yeah, he lived in an encampment.
Damn. Mm.
Yeah.
I heard it's crazy there. I heard there's
So
like
I don't.
thousands of people coming down to Milwaukee to protest and stuff.
Oh shoot.
So I don't know. Like for both, like there's like people for Trump there, and then there's people
Hmm.
protesting the RNC and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Well, I guess we'll see on
Mhm.
the news. I can't keep up, but
Crazy.
everyone knows this weekend we saw was Trump getting something. I don't know, but whatever that was, that's the news. And they're labeling it as an assassination attempt.
I
You can't
don't
hear?
even know where. What's that?
You can't hear?
I can hear you.
Oh.
Um, I'm trying to. First of all, I have sunglasses on because I have like an eye infection, and it looks really gross, and I'm not trying to scare people. So that just so people know what the hell this is about. Um, so what? Like, so what was your reaction? You sent me a link. You sent me a text
Mhm.
that something was going down, and I was like, "What?" And so then I just like ran to turn the TV on. Um,
Yeah, everybody was saying, "Oh, Trump got shot at and all this stuff," and I turned on the news, and then they started
and what
showing
you
the
think?
clips. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what that was when I saw the clip. So it was so fast. I tried to play it in slow motion. I tried to
Slow
play it
motion.
like extra slow, and it's like I couldn't see anything. So I'm like, I don't know. And I sent another video, I don't know if you saw it, where everybody's like, there's somebody on the roof. There's somebody on the roof. And nobody cared. Like nobody and people were ignoring them. And then there's a video of the sniper pointing at the guy on the roof. And then the guy on the roof supposedly shoots. Whatever those pellet sounds were.
I turned it on, and I was with my husband. I was watching it, and I don't even. I mean, it was just silent between the two of us because we were just like, What is this?" And it was almost one of those things where, like, okay, do you remember those highlights magazines? You went to the dentist or the doctor's office. They had those kids magazines. Do
Mhm.
you ever? You know what I'm talking about? My kids still do
Yeah.
that stuff, and it's like you
Aw.
got to pick out the stuff that doesn't belong.
Mhm.
You look at the picture and it's like a sunny day at the beach and there'll be a dude with like a scarf on and, oh, he doesn't
Mhm.
belong there. Oh, he doesn't.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like to me. I was watching and I was like, that ain't right. Wait, that's not
Mhm.
right. This doesn't look right. What's happening? Like it looked like a made up scene with things that just are supposed to go this way, but
Yeah.
it didn't go this way. Like that's not how it's supposed to look.
Like a
Um, and
movie.
so and so it didn't feel I like, I felt yucky after because I mean, I'm not a Trump supporter. I mean, everybody knows that or
Mhm.
whatever, but this is still not something you wanna see happen to
Yeah,
anybody. Um,
same. Yeah, my heart
uh,
sank. I was like, "What the heck?"
yeah, 'cause I was like, "This is we're not going there. Like, can we not do
Mhm.
this?" But then I was also like, "He staged that?" You know what I mean? Like, "This real?" Like, it didn't look real, and there were a lot
Mhm.
of things. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna break it down now or we wanna talk about it later, but there were a lot of things I find problematic with what went down, and
Mhm.
I feel like it's making me crazy. Like, I feel, it's very disorienting to watch the
Mhm.
news, to read about it now because I feel like my eyes
Mhm.
saw a series of events, and nobody else in the media is talking about the same series of events I saw. Like, they're
Mhm.
not interpreting it the same way, and I know everybody I'm talking to is seeing it the same way I saw it, but like the news, the president, like law enforcement, nobody's talking about it in the same way. And
Mhm.
I'm being handled, and it's making me feel crazy. I feel crazy. That's
Yeah,
all.
it even did you see that 2016 video of, the somebody attempted to shoot Trump or there was a threat of
Yeah, they
shooting?
got him out,
They covered his head and all this stuff, like,
and
why
he
did
was
they
out
let him
like that.
Yeah, why did they let him stand for photo ops? And, like, I don't get it, and the people behind there was a lady they showed a zoom in picture of who
Oh,
just was taking pictures and, like, hiding herself, it was weird,
during the
and then
pop, pop, pop.
yeah, so it's confusing, it doesn't seem real, but people
Mm-mm.
there's no set way to react in a time of crisis and, mayhem, so I don't know, but that just
But they all
seems I
reacted
can't process
similarly.
it. Yeah, it looked
Like
like a flash
nobody
mob.
ran. Nobody
Yeah.
ran.
People ran in the
And they
back, I
didn't
heard.
but they didn't even crouch. They were all just like,
Mm-mm.
"Ooh, ooh," and they
And
all
then they
had their
got back
phones
up.
out.
Yeah. They all got back up to take pictures. Is that just the state of the world today, or yeah, it's hard to tell, but it didn't look like anything actually happened. I would love to see what's underneath that pad, that maxi pad.
Which one? Wait. Which maxi pad? Wait a minute.
I said
Let
I
me
wanna
see.
see what's underneath.
I got I got a picture.
Duh.
I don't even know who's in here, but you talking about
Nobody.
you talking about this maxi pad? Can we talk about this for a minute?
Yes.
This
Lay
looks like
your
he walked
head
down to
on my
CVS.
pillow.
Relax.
Right?
This looks like he just walked down to CVS and got like a 2 pack of gauze and someone just slipped it
Mhm.
over his ear. I have a
Yeah.
friend who's a nurse.
Mhm.
I think she's in Texas, maybe in Atlanta. I don't remember. But she was asking her friends. She's like, we don't bandage like that. Do y'all do that somewhere else?
Mhm.
How do you guys do that in Pennsylvania? Like, because we don't bandage like that.
Yeah.
Um, that that doesn't look like anything. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it
Um,
looks crazy.
it does,
It looks
right? Like,
like a
doesn't it look
damn it looks like one of those packets they put in stuff to keep it fresh.
like do not eat, right? Do not
Do
consume or
not
whatever.
eat, yeah, those he walking around with one of those packets on.
But I feel like where let me see. I I mean, I don't know. I have a video of the whole event I could put up, but I feel like we've seen it. I mean, I don't know that we want to sit through 2 minutes. I mean, unless we want to and dissect it, but
Yeah, we
um
could talk about it, I don't know, we could watch it and talk about it as it's happening.
do you want to do that? We could do
Sure.
that. Let me pull it up because so much of it. Well, first let me
It's
say,
so
okay, so I
fast.
found I
Mhm.
found somebody had questions. And so I guess let's keep these questions in mind while we watch the video,
Okay.
right? So the first one is, and I don't think that this is shown in the video that we have, but
Mhm.
before the shooting happened, the Secret Service moved the photographers to the front of the stage. Why are they
What?
moving the photographers? I don't know, but they relocated photographers and they moved people from behind the stage to the opposite side. Like they were moving people right before this happened, which is odd.
Mhm.
That's all I can say.
Interesting. Was it just for optics? Maybe, like I
Yeah,
don't
I,
know.
I feel crazy. This is making me feel crazy. But when he first touches his ear,
Mhm.
he goes like, oh, like this, and he goes like,
And
and he
nothing
goes
even
down.
happened. Yeah, it's
There's
like the
no blood on
sounds
his hand.
okay.
There's no blood on his hand. He goes like this, and he goes down. There's no blood on his hand.
Yeah, then he gets up
And
and
then
we
when he
that's what
goes and does all this, there's no blood on his hand still.
yeah.
He touched his ear. I don't understand. So that's what they say. Someone said there's a small yellow packet he drops. I don't know. I'm not looking that close. I have no idea. Um, I don't know. So I mean, just I guess watch this. And you know what I picked up and I thought this was crazy. Because my husband and I talked about this at length after. I was like, Secret Service just let him do that? They just let him be this up here like this,
Yeah.
exposed over them doing all this? And I mean, in the days since they talked about Ronald Reagan's assassination attempt and how
Mhm.
like if you watch that video, he gets popped. Literally, they crunched him down and threw him in the car. And I feel like
Mhm.
that's what they would do. They would take Trump to the ground,
Yeah,
and then
no,
they would
true
get him
emergency.
into the car. They would get him to
Yeah.
the car, and this is like, "Wait, wait, wait, let me get my shoes. Oh, wait, wait, wait,
Mhm.
wait, wait, let me do this. Oh, wait, let's stop. Let's take a picture. The
Yeah.
flag right here. The flag right here. We gotta
Mhm.
take a picture." It was ridiculous. And then right when he's getting in the car, let me expose myself some more.
Yeah.
I, and that's why I was watching it, and I was like, this ain't right. Like who
Yeah,
knows?
how did
Somebody
they
could have
know there
popped him when
was
he was doing that.
Yeah, and how do they know there was just one shooter?
They didn't. That's the part that's crazy. Because you can hear them
Yeah.
talking, and when they first brought him to the ground, the Secret Service people were saying, "Wait, what do we do? What do we do?" You can hear them saying, "What do we do?"
That's
What?
stupid. Yeah. I
And
forgot
then
the
you hear
script.
someone say, yeah, and then someone said threat neutralized. You can hear them say the threat is neutralized. And
Mhm.
that's when they want to move. And
Yeah.
anybody with a common sense would be like, how do you know it's just one dude? Like, how do
Yeah.
you have like 3, 4 other people in the audience somewhere else? You don't know that. Like,
Sean. Oh,
so
lordy. I'm supposed to be the
yeah, that's my
conspiracy theorist.
husband, y'all. That's my husband. But
He thinks he did this all
I,
for the
I was gonna
gram.
make a tinfoil hat, but these are my things. But anyways, we have the video. So we can take a look at the
Let's
video.
watch. Yes.
And you know,
I
that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Nope. What are we doing?
wardrobe change.
And that's the dude getting shot for real for shot. What's this guy doing?
Reaching for something. Somebody reach for something.
Move. Are we moving now?
Hawkeye's here.
Now, real Secret Service would have picked him up if need be, and they would have had him in a car already.
Mm-hmm. They got the military there, everybody, and nobody know what to do.
The dude in the front looks like a prop. He's just standing there
Yeah,
with his
he's
gun. Look
taking
at him.
pictures. Oh, I thought you were talking about the one taking pictures.
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes on.
Hold that in your head.
Let me.
What is this red bag? What
Where's
is
the
that?
blood?
Oh, that's a hat.
He didn't have blood on his ear.
Watch out.
Oh, can you rewind that? I missed it.
How do I? Oh my god. I don't even know how to do it on this thing.
What the?
Please look. Please look.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see
Watch.
something that said,
No blood
take a
on his
look what
hand here.
happened.
I'm done. Nothing on his hands. Watch when they pick him up off the floor, off the ground. There's still no blood on his ear. What the? This is the first time I noticed that. And that's that poor woman's husband really getting shot.
Move his spare. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go. Up. Hawkeye's here. Move it to the spare. Spare, get ready. We ready?
This guy in the front looked like America.
We good? Shooters down.
Look at his ear.
Let's move. Let's move. Let's move. We're clear. Come on.
Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes on.
Hold that in your head. It's bloody.
So we got to move to the bus. Let me get my shoes on.
Watch out.
I mean, he could have been shot this whole time. Just out. His whole front is exposed. There's nobody in front of him. And by all means, grab his hat too. This ain't an emergency or something. You're on mute.
All that covering, then they're gonna let him out the one last time. Look at
They
that.
covered him
All that
like
covering. Yeah. Like that's gonna do something. It
but
looks like
how
complete
slowly they
chaos.
walked. And there's Melissa
Yeah.
McCarthy right there. I mean, how slowly they walked with him completely exposed.
It didn't seem like something urgent. It didn't.
I mean, I
It
don't know
looked
how
like
I
they were down
feel.
there dancing, doing a little
What were
dance,
they
and then
doing?
Hawkeye's here, and threats down because we only have one thread we know for sure because we planned it and stuff.
Because we saw him 30 minutes ago. Because we knew he was there 30 minutes ago and just
Yeah.
didn't do anything about it.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like there were people who knew about it, and then there were genuine people who were like in the dark about it. Like that one dude with the
Yeah.
Trump visor and the red hair, he looked distraught. Like I saw him, I kept yelling and they did nothing, and he looked really upset about it. Because he wasn't in on the
Do they have
plan,
a picture?
you know.
Do they have a video of the other guy getting? I don't want to see it on here, but do they have a video of the other guy getting
It's
shot?
I just saw it on TikTok. It
Oh,
was
okay,
really
I'll look.
upsetting. There's like a it's I could send it to you after.
Yeah, please
It's
send it to
it's
me.
bad. It's bad. And the bullet came from a different direction. It
Because so
wasn't a
it's the
bullet headed
snipers who
at
killed
Trump.
him.
It was going a different direction.
Mm.
Um,
So he got killed by a sniper.
but
This is
that's
some.
how it went straight through his head. A sniper did that straight. I mean, that's an accurate shot. So was that intentional?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I can't
But
put anything
here's
past anyone.
my husband thinks I'm that's yes, conspiracy theory. I feel crazy. But in times like this, when we have a president, former president, whatever, who's been injured, don't we usually have like a press briefing or something where the doctors that treated him or something come out, you know, HIPAA be damned, come out and say he's okay. He sustained X, Y, and Z injuries. He's been treated for the following. He will be okay, right? We haven't heard anything of the extent of his injuries. There could be severe nerve damage. There could be, I don't know, did anything else happen? All we heard from him is that a bullet ripped through the skin of his ear, right? From his accounting. But we don't have any like formal medical documents or words from a doctor, anything like that. And I feel like we would have had that by now. I feel like there's a lot surrounding this incident that is not real. And I don't know where Mo went either. Hopefully she's back. But there's a lot that's not real, or a lot that doesn't feel like it's as it should normally be. And I think that contributes to just this disorienting feeling that something's not right. Um, yeah, something's not right. I'm going to share this video, and this is somebody else that we found on TikTok. And he's been pretty busy making TikToks. And he, I guess, used to work in the military. He's a former Marine, but he used to do a lot of security detail, and he speaks to how that should have went down. And I find it very interesting. I think you guys might too. So let's see if I can figure out how to do it. All right, here we go. So pretty much what I figured, or that was the feeling I had. So my husband and I were up all night pretty much watching the news, and we had a little bit of a debate, talked about that a little bit. Um, and it was kind of like I guess he was like, "Well, he's their boss, right?" And I was like sitting there thinking, "No, he's not their boss. He doesn't have a say in the matter at that point." I feel like Secret Service has a job to protect the physical body of the president. And it doesn't matter if he wants to stop, he wants to do this, he wants to do that. Their job is to get him to safety, period. And I think over the last couple of days, it's been pretty interesting because they've shown footage of like Reagan's assassination attempt when he got shot, and just the quickness with which they literally folded him in half, kind of like that guy said, folded him in half and threw him in the back of that limo and peeled the hell out of there. There was no time to get shoes. There was no time, sir, you're bleeding. Oh, there was none of that. There was no slowly walking and stopping so that they could, let me see. There was no stopping so that they could get a nice little photo op like this. I mean, imagine if a photographer could get between them and the car like this, so could a person with a gun. He is all exposed, all of this exposed. But that makes a beautiful picture. So yay for that, I guess. But if your job is to keep the president, the former president safe, they failed horribly. And it just seems like they, it was just a really bad job casting those people. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's even here, but it's made me feel cuckoo. To watch that, to feel like I'm pointing out things that are wrong, I'm noticing things that are wrong, and like nobody with a voice and nobody of import is speaking on those things. They're just treating it like, yeah, they made a mistake, Secret Service. They got to explain at some point. Or we're doing an investigation, which will probably come out in like 3-4 months. By then we'll have, it's fine. It's not a big deal. You know? But yeah, it's sketchy.
Yeah, it's sketchy, and it has people going crazy, like you said, like
yeah.
People are out there, oh, there's no such thing as conspiracies. Of course there is. And then people are like freaking out. Some people are freaking out. So the mental health is a mess right now in the country.
Yeah.
But I don't know so much for whom. I mean, it seems like the Trump supporters are the happiest people out there right now.
I feel like we're a fragile people anyways. Like and this is something I had shared. I think we shared in our group text that we have, and I know I said it to my husband. I said, "How much more can we take? Like this is a lot. It's a lot. Like, a pandemic, 9/11, people trying to shoot this dude. We had AIDS. I mean, going all the way from the beginning to now, like
COVID-19.
It's just too much stuff.
Swine
like it's too
flu.
much. Yeah, all this stuff. All the shootings, like I mean, it's too much.
Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Sandy.
Too much. It's too much.
It's too much. Too much to bear. Life is life, and though, like I said, we're not. Like I was saying, we're not in a space right now where we're being bombed and stuff like that. So I guess we're supposed to be happy because we're not at that stage yet.
I guess. Yet,
exactly. I said yet because you never know at this point. Other people have had to deal with it. We haven't. So all this money going into all these military and everything. We'll see.
I don't know. And I think everybody kind of had the feeling of, well, that's it. I mean, we already knew the election was like, oh, but this was like, put the last nail in the coffin. Like, come on.
Why do you think so? You think they're undecided people who are going to be like, okay, he got clipped in the ear, I'm voting for him now?
I think it's a very stupid reason, but I think we have a lot of very stupid people. I mean, I think it's a stupid reason, but I think there are a lot of people who have been like, he has my vote now.
Wow.
And now there's this thing, I don't know if you've seen it, but there's this thing like they say they're having a coming out.
Mhm.
There's a Republican coming out. And a
Oh,
lot
so
of
all the
people are
people.
saying, I'm coming out. I'm coming out as Republican. I
Oh,
feel
I gotta
safe
look that
now to
up.
say I'm coming out. Yes. And a lot of people are doing this whole thing and then saying, I feel safe now to step out and come out and
Was
say I'm a
that what
Republican.
Amber Rose did? Was that her job, is to get
Oh,
people to come out?
and you know what? We talk about, Biden pandering and stuff. He doing all that stuff. What he did with Clyburn and trying to get the vote and doing all this. We get it. Hillary did it too, but
Mhm.
something really irks me about the way Trump picks the most stereotypical and the most insulting version of what he thinks blackness is. And
Mhm.
that's what he elevates. And that's what he uses to pander. And it's
Mhm.
really like, look, I made these sneakers. Come on. You like these gold
Yeah.
sneakers? That's what you like, Or, I know what black people go through because look, they're trying to come for me. I've been indicted. Look at my mugshot.
Mhm.
Come on, or now he's been shot. So like whatever. Or look, we got
And
Amber
that's such
Rose
an
up here. That's
insult.
Kanye's. It's it's so offensive.
Mhm.
Black jobs. He messed
Yeah.
around and had to say black jobs. Like it's so
But
offensive.
people, the sad thing is people, all they can remember is they
Yeah.
got some checks when Trump was president. That's all
That
they
he
care
didn't even
about.
want to give. He didn't want
Yeah.
to give them, but he made sure my name better be on them.
Yep.
Like he was against giving out stimmies.
I hear people on the street talking about, I miss those Trump checks. I miss those Trump checks. I
And
mean,
you know what? The biggest stimulus check anybody received was under Biden's administration.
was
People don't
that
remember
due
that.
to Biden or
People
due
don't
to
remember
Trump?
that.
Was that something Trump
That was
decided? Or?
Biden. He gave the last one.
Yeah, I mean, was that something he
The
decided or was already?
ones under Trump's administration, he didn't decide either.
Mhm.
Like he didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
So I mean, that's a dumb reason to vote for or against the stimulus
it
check. That's a
is.
dumb
Yeah.
reason. Or that's like an empty hollow. But you think he's going to cut more checks?
That's what they're saying. Oh, I've been listening. You've been listening to the RNC, and that's what they're saying. Under Trump, we could get groceries. The most expensive the most expensive vehicle in the United States right now is the grocery cart.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, that's what they said. We want to put money back in Americans' pockets, and that's gonna resonate with people. I mean, I feel like if I didn't think, I'd be like, yeah, I need some money. Shoot, put some money in my pocket. People are hopeless, and they're looking for a messiah. They're looking for somebody to be like, oh, I'm here to save you, and that's what
Mm.
they see in Trump.
I feel like we're going to be grocery shopping soon where we have to look at pictures on the cans because we're not going to be
Mhm.
allowed to read. And we travel in twos, 2 by 2 under his eye, wearing our red gowns.
Idiocracy.
Oh,
I'll be the schoolmaster out here in
uh-uh.
these street. Let me stop.
I don't know, but it's making me feel crazy, I think.
Mhm.
Um,
It's just
it's making
contributing to
me
my
feel crazy.
hopelessness and crazy how.
Um, the more I see people joining in this delusion, to me it seems like delusion. Like I can watch, if I watch Fox News, it's very clear to me there's a lot of stuff that's like BS, right?
Mhm.
I watch MSNBC because a lot of it I feel like this is going to sound so elitist and I don't fucking care.
Mhm.
It sounds more intelligent to me. It's just straight up.
Okay.
But I'm watching it and I can hear a lot of like, okay, I can tell that's not the truth either. You got to
Mhm.
slant. Like I'm well aware. Okay. I'm well aware that that's an echo chamber of sorts. Hey, you're validating what I want to hear, but I know that you
Yeah.
went a little too far. I mean, you're going far. And I can acknowledge that. Like that's okay. I hate CNN, whatever. I just hate that channel. I can't
Yeah,
get
I have
into
it on
that.
the background, but I don't really get any
I
information from
can't
any of
stand
those.
the anchors, the people that Van Jones can go suck a hoo-hoo. Like I can't. Like none of them, they all get on my nerves.
Yeah,
But
Van Jones is a
but
joke.
but I feel like there's a lot of people who are just eating this up, and they're looking at him like a messiah figure, or like I'm looking at Biden, and I'm under no like fantasy. The man is
Not at
old.
all. Not at all.
Old. And as much as I hate to say this, and I'm surprised that nobody else is saying this outright, and I don't know if you're not supposed to or what, but like he may not make it through another 4-year term. He may not
Yep.
make it to the election. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm not, I don't wish anything ill on either of these two dudes, but we
Mhm.
have to be realistic and we have to be prepared. Who's gonna who? Like, what are we supposed to do? I mean, I feel like it's wholly
President
irresponsible.
Harris coming.
Wholly irresponsible. But do you think the party would do that? I think they would do her dirty. I think they would.
How so?
I don't think that they would even consider her. I think they would come find a Newsom. They would find a younger, charismatic white man.
I don't
think
even
they
know
would
the
do that.
rules. Like, what are the rules? Isn't it supposed to be the vice president, then secretary of state or something, or is that all done?
If they're confirmed, if the we haven't had the DNC yet,
Mm.
so he's the presumptive nominee for this election.
Oh, okay.
He
You
hasn't
meant for
been.
the yeah. I see. You meant
They
for
haven't
the
pledged their delegates
election.
yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if he passed
So I'm just
anytime between now and the election.
yeah. And you know what? I mean, just Saturday's events kind of make you realize like anything could happen. And
anything. It could happen to
it's
anybody.
scary. Right.
I think that stuff keeps
especially
happening.
especially if you plan it out like that, and maybe the plans don't go right, you know? Like,
But that's the thing. I feel like this stuff is always happening. We just have our noses in the dirt and aren't paying attention. Other countries, this just happened. Did this just happen in Japan or something we were talking about? Or somewhere, some prime minister got killed. So, I mean, the people are actually getting killed. So to get, a scratch on your ear is a blessing. And now people think you're God.
can we share
Oh, yeah.
our friend?
Yeah.
Okay, I love this woman. Oh, okay. Let me just.
Okay, y'all, I'm at work right now, and I'm so sorry, but I gotta take a quick break to say this. This man is milking it. He's milking it. He's milking it. Like, I do C-sections on patients. And post-op day 2, the dressing is off. Okay, the dressing is off. These women have carried babies for 8, 9, 10 months. We slice open the entire abdominal wall. 7 layers. 7 layers, my dude. Post-op day 2, the dressing is off. This dude got a whole motherfucking mattress on his ear. Like, I'm waiting for one of my patients to come from a CT right now, but I just had to come up and say, that's probably her. I just had to say that. Like, one word, milk. 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 Got milk? Do you have any milk? Come on. You're dramatic.
Love her. Love her.
Right. A
I need some
mattress.
answers, though. I do need answers. Who's in here? Somebody in here?
We just have somebody's in here. If you're in here,
Somebody.
shout out where you
Hi.
are.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
welcome
just
to the
need I
show.
would like some answers. That's all. Just
Yeah.
some answers to make me feel less crazy.
But then
I
there's
would
gonna
like
be
the
something
doctor
else.
to say something. I would like a
Mhm.
doctor to say, "Hey, these are the injuries he sustained. He's been treated. He's gonna be okay."
He was happy to have the doctor come and talk about his physical.
Right?
That was fine. Now
Right.
you can't talk about an ear. That's less private than about your bodily functions.
I mean, because a lot of people are talking. I know nothing about guns. I proudly know nothing about this. Like, I don't want to know about this stuff.
Same.
I have no desire to know what kind of ammo goes into what kind of gun and
Yeah.
how it
I
can tear a
used to,
body
but
up.
now I
I
don't
don't
I don't
I don't want
wanna.
to know.
Yeah.
But ex-military people, a lot of people are talking and they're saying things about like what this type of bullet would do. It would take your whole ear off, or maybe it would take a chunk of your ear off, or hey, you would
Mhm.
lose the whole half of your. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But I would like to know, like, what's going on under that maxi
Mhm.
pad? What you got? Are you missing it? Do you need some people are talking about plastic surgery. Like, he's gonna need some stuff reattached. I don't know. Like, I want to know what's under there.
Is there a picture
Inquiring
of him
minds
from golf when
want
he
to
was
know.
golfing?
I think so. I think the stuff circulating is not the actual picture. I think it's maybe from
Mm.
like the day before or something, but
Mm.
people are using it as whatever. But he was golfing and he had a hat on. I'm like, did you have a hat? How do you? Or you just allegedly got shot and you're
Mhm.
golfing?
Yeah.
You just out golfing. Like ain't no thing. Like, I've been stung in the ear by a bee, okay? And not that this is the
Ooh.
same thing. The shit hurt.
Mhm.
Like,
And the ear's
oh,
so
like
sensitive.
pain. Lots of
Mhm.
pain. Um, and if he was grazed or whatever it was, like, I don't know. He doesn't strike me as the type of dude to just be standing up talking about where's my shoes and fight. Like you.
Somebody at Claire's when I was younger put in a
Oh
dang
shoot. You
put
talking
the
about
ear
ear
thing at the
piercing?
top. You know, they put it at the top of the
That
ear.
hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah, your
that
cartilage.
hurt. That hurt. That was so bad. It
That
got
does hurt.
infected and everything. I had to get it
Mhm.
taken out. But I don't know. I can't
Yeah.
imagine that happening. Even with that happening and the shock of it all,
Adrenaline
I can't see
maybe.
the unless, he's such a crazy person that he's like, "Oh, um this is my time to shine. This will look good on the cover of a magazine." That's the way his mind may be functioning.
I It all seems too perfect. That shot with the American flag with the
Mhm.
like there's no way. Like how it,
Right.
it was
It reminds me of that woman running in France with the flag and everything. Like,
like this was too perfect. This agent
yeah.
right here made sure she got down. Isn't she supposed to be up blocking
Yeah.
any potential whatever? He's got his fist up. They're right
Over
under the
her.
flag perfectly. Like this is
Yeah.
perfect. They made sure the photographer is right. Like this is perfect.
That's
Doesn't that
crazy.
seem strange?
It seems too perfect.
Even his blood. Somebody said we were talking before we came on here. Blood shouldn't be coming to the front of his face. If he got shot from the front to the back, the blood would splatter to the back of his head, not the front.
Mhm.
So that doesn't even make sense. And he touched his ear. He touched his ear when he went down. There's no blood on his hand, no blood on his
Yeah.
cuff, no blood on the collar of his shirt. Blood
Yeah.
from the
All those
head.
white shirts.
You bleed profusely from the head. That's
Mhm.
all the blood. And it didn't seem to continue to bleed. It just was whatever the amount was that was on his ear was what it was.
Yeah, a little bit came out of the cartilage and that was it.
Interesting. It's just interesting. So I'd like to see a medical report.
Mhm.
That's what I would like
Well, we know he's
as a
fine at least,
concerned
so.
citizen.
And supposedly the shooter was a Republican,
He
and
was
we don't
young
know.
too.
He was young, 20 years old.
20.
He was in a BlackRock commercial at his Bethel Park High School. The conspiracy theorists are loving that. And yeah, I'm waiting to hear more about why he did it, or a
Motive.
manifesto or something. So waiting to see if they find that.
I wonder what his parents, I mean, I wonder if they're cooperating or if they're shocked too, or
Mhm. Are they in hiding,
what's,
or
because I know they've been at their house. I'm assuming he lived with his parents, right?
I'm not sure, to be
Um,
honest.
yeah, but I think they've been at the family home or whatever.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming they've gone through the stuff and they've been working with the parents and stuff, but I just wonder what they're dealing with.
Hi,
Hudson
Hudson
and
and
Dean.
Dean. Hey, 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 welcome.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I need more information. Or I would like to have some. Can I have some?
Yeah. And it's not
May
more
I have
information
some?
to say whether I feel bad because I definitely, my heart sank when I saw that. I did not want to see
Yeah.
anybody getting shot.
Well, a lot of
And
people were making jokes, and that made my stomach upset. Like
mhm,
I don't like I mean, as much as I'm not a supporter, whatever you think, whatever, but like to see something like that and to hear people making jokes like about it upset me because this is not something you should cheer on or want to see.
mhm.
Um uh yes, I mean, that didn't sit right with me at first.
Yeah, it just didn't sit right with me just seeing it, seeing the
Yeah.
like the way he jumped down and everything. But that was about the only frantic moment I saw. Everything else, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah. It
And
was.
I
It was that
couldn't,
highlight like things don't belong here. This isn't the right way
yeah.
it should go.
But that's what the world does, except we have different platforms now. It's not just oh, sorry. It's not just the people in in
Oh, we got
the
who else is in here? If you're in here, put say something.
yeah, let us know where you're watching from if you're in here. Um, like newspapers and everything, they don't have
Yeah.
they have more than that, and people think, "Oh, well, we can disseminate information faster," but it's not the case because you can disseminate misinformation just as fast.
Just
And I
as
think,
fast. Yeah. Especially with socials now. Like it's
yeah,
all over.
socials. A lot of people get their news only from TikTok.
That's terrible.
So
That's
you're getting a
scary.
sound bite, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot like one of the things that I think has gone crazy on like TikTok is they're saying that they saw him golfing and he didn't have a bandage on. And I feel
I
like
wish
that
I
hasn't
could
been
see
confirmed.
that.
That hasn't
Yeah.
been confirmed. And people are sharing photos of him
Mhm.
golfing without a bandage, but he's wearing a hat and it's got a 45 on it and he's been wearing a 47.
Ah,
Because
yeah,
he's,
he has because he
and
knows he's
so
47. Well, hopefully not, but he thinks he's
but
47.
I think that's what he's been wearing because he's trying to be the 47th or
Yeah,
whatever. But
exactly.
it's just it's like on both sides, there's people who want something to be so true on one side that they're passing on this information that's not true without fully vetting it. And then we already know the stuff on the other side.
So AP
But
News says that claims taken on Monday show a claim that a photo shows Donald Trump, like you said, that was from
maybe the day
September.
before.
Yeah, that was at September 17th, 2022, and that was
Yeah.
actually at a rally for his now vice presidential nominee, JD Vance.
Oh, so I mean, I feel like one of the things too that we have to be careful about is AI and how that
Mhm.
can be
That too.
you don't know. Like I was watching, I just turned the news on for just a split second to kind of see to see what was going on with the RNC, and that's when I caught what's his face, who's the black representative from a Tim Scott's speech.
Mm.
Um, I caught that for a little bit, and then I saw um images of Trump sleeping because he fell asleep, and I was sitting there like,
Yes.
did he really fall asleep, or is it just like did they close his eye? You know what I mean? Like I don't know, and I feel like I don't trust my eyes anymore.
Yeah, because of AI. AI can have someone talking. We could be AI right now.
I
Your
wish.
lips move and you look like an image and everything. It's a whole thing. It's a whole
So
new
what if
world.
Saturday was all
It could have been. I don't know
murderous?
what's real. I feel like we're about to get unplugged and they're like, oh,
Matrix.
oh, oh.
I I
Because
just
this is not making any sense. A friend of mine says you can't make sense of anything. So it's futile to even try. But we're human and that's what we do.
but I'm trying so hard to make sense of it. And the only thing that makes sense to me is what I've come up with, and it's not being reflected back to me by
Hmm.
anything like any quote unquote reputable, or maybe it's not reputable, but like the whatever you would consider mainstream
Hmm.
news sources, whatever. So I feel like I don't know. I don't know. But I
I
feel like the
don't know.
Secret Service should be answering for a lot of this. And why aren't more people pissed off? Why aren't more people like demanding information? Why hasn't Congress already subpoenaed people to be in front of them? Like now, you need to answer
Mhm.
now. Like, I don't
No
understand.
urgency. They're on vacation, aren't they? So they don't care.
But they failed so terribly that their dude, their Messiah, got
Mhm.
whatever, allegedly got shot in the ear, whatever, and they're not doing anything? Or
Yeah,
was
that's
that
the
all they
crazy
needed?
part.
They don't need answers. They got the buzz, they got the bump, they got whatever they needed from the event. They don't need the answers.
Yeah, you
They
know,
got the
like in
outcome they
broken
needed.
systems and things like that, it's like when they're not trying to fix anything, you just leave the Band-Aid on that problem and then you focus on something else and see if you can
Mm.
ride that wave all the way through. And that's what it seems like they're trying to do, that win this court of public opinion. And I just saw Donald Trump Jr. talking about
Oh boy.
Joe Biden had a picture up of Trump with a bullseye on his head or something, and they asked him if he meant to suggest that Joe Biden had anything to do with this, and he said, "No, this is a time of unity." And before that, he said, "This is a time for black and white, rich and poor, young and old to get together. We welcome you. We love you." And I'm like,
I
"What
think
the?"
that's what they're doing though. And I think that's Trump had mentioned that that's what his speech is going to be about tomorrow. And I
Mm,
think that is going to be the biggest pile of horse shit ever. And I think that people are going to fall for all this stuff. They've been talking about Project 2025. Epstein stuff is dropping left and right.
mhm,
All this stuff. We always say when something happens, it's because they don't, it's over here because they don't want you looking at this stuff over
mhm,
here. And it's always happened. His whole presidency was like that. Look over here because I don't
mhm.
want you seeing this stuff over here. And
Yep.
so it just feels like that's what's happening because it's I don't want to say it's convenient, but it's very, again, it doesn't make sense that this happened on Saturday, the same week that everybody's talking 2025 and Epstein stuff is dropping. The
Mhm.
literal same week. And everybody stops talking about Joe
Yeah.
Biden being too old. Like all
Yep.
of that is happening. So something big had to happen to
Mhm.
draw the attention away from all those things. And so now that he's up, now that he's a hero, he's the mighty American lion, according to Tim
Mhm.
Scott.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
I saw that.
he's got this amazing aura of just like superhero-ness. Now he's going to start talking and saying all the things you want to hear. Let's be a united America. I'm here for everybody. I love you. I care about you. We're going to do
Right?
this. Black people. He's going to say all that stuff. Everybody's
Mhm.
going to come into, and then he's going to get in, and then he's going to do whatever the hell he wanted to do anyways. Project
Yeah.
2025, come on in. Like I
But
mean,
if the Democrats don't try and block that stuff, they can't even get anything done now. If they don't try to
they're not
block that
doing
stuff,
anything.
they
I feel like they're
yeah,
just sitting around. What are they doing?
I have no idea. Posting
Who else
Instagram
is
and TikTok.
talking? But who else is talking? I don't hear any besides Joe Biden trying to whisper
Mm-mm.
his way through interviews and stuff. Who else is speaking
Let me
up? Who
see.
else is making a stink? I know Kamala's been talking. I guess I hear that she's going around talking, but I don't see any of it reported.
I
Somebody
used
else need
to
to get
I used to see
like, does
Cory
somebody
Booker
need to
when he
survive
said,
tragedy? Like, what is like what we need some theatrics. Somebody needs to come up. Like, where's Olivia Pope?
yes, we need actual just what's her name? Her real name?
Shonda.
No,
Oh,
the
Kerry
actress.
Washington.
Kerry Washington needs to just come up in her as herself and do that because this is outrageous.
Where are the gladiators at?
What is he talking about? Hold on.
For some, instead of really soul searching.
Well, I can't speak to what
This is
motivates
Cory
that.
Booker.
I mean, obviously, we live in a culture that often you see people trying to exploit moments for political gain. But I have been affirmed by some of these voices I've been hearing, not just on both sides of the political aisle, but in the larger elements of our culture. And I agree fully that we need to tamp down political rhetoric, but I'm hoping we go a lot further than that. You know, I get to serve on the Foreign Relations
Okay.
Committee and travel around the world.
Oh, he's too busy traveling around the world, I guess. That's why he
Doing what?
right? You know what he's doing, whining and dining, mixing and mingling.
And it made me sad. I don't mean it made me sad to see all the clips that were circulating of Obama in Vegas watching the
Yeah.
USA Canada basketball game. And just it was amazing because he was walking across, he had like courtside
Mhm.
seats, walking along the court. Everybody saw him. People were clapping
Mhm.
and everybody's faces lit up. Like people were just like, oh, like, there you are. Like, it was weird. It was kinda
We
weird.
miss
It was
you.
like the sun. It was like the sun was moving across and people were, like, lighting up as he walked
Yeah.
by. And I probably sound like people sound when they talk about Trump,
Mhm.
you know? Except, I I don't know. I don't think we were as fanatical. And I think one of the things my husband pointed out, which was interesting, I said, "People were really crazy about Obama, but we weren't the way Trump supporters were." And he said
Yeah.
the difference is that people who supported Obama were fanatical because of hope. People who are
Mm.
fanatical about Trump are fanatical over anger and hate, and that's
Oh,
the
that's
difference.
good. That's a good one. Yeah.
Because 'cause they're upset. They feel like they've been wronged, whereas the people who were fanatical over Obama were hope and change,
Mhm.
hopeful. We're gonna have change and we're hopeful. And so it was a different vibe. It was more positive and whatever, and this is like, we've been wronged and everybody's an outsider and, whatever. So I think that's the vibe, and that's why it's so yucky.
Yep.
Oh, so,
So,
I mean, I
did
don't
you
know, I
wanna talk
guess we'll
about the
see.
Amanda Seals, or is that
She
stale
took her
now?
video down. She took that
Yeah,
video
but other
down.
people got it, other people already remixed it and everything, so it's still up.
Really? I was looking
Yeah.
for it,
Oh,
before we
yeah.
came on here because I was gonna see if I could share it, but
'Cause that's
she
why
took
I
it
didn't see
down.
it, 'cause I didn't know, so
Oh, well,
Amanda
she
Pack I
she
mean
posted something
mhm,
immediately after, because she just posts videos, right? That's all she does. She
mhm,
doesn't really do any other content, but she posted something on Instagram, and she was talking about how it was fake and that he had popped one of those, blood
mhm,
capsules or whatever,
mhm,
and how it just all looks staged, and how she knows what a gun sounds like, and that didn't sound like a gun.
yeah,
Um, some of it did sound a little funny.
mhm,
Everybody said they thought it was firecrackers. I mean, I don't know. I'm again, like I said, I'm no gun expert. I have no idea, but,
same. I have no thoughts on
um,
that, I can't say, and I've definitely heard gunshots before,
yeah,
and they do
same.
sound like fireworks, not
It depends
firecrackers,
on
but
the gun.
fireworks. Yeah,
The
the
guns
ones
I've
that
heard
I've
did not
heard
sound like fireworks. They sounded like the
to
big
me.
fireworks.
Yeah, that's
Boom!
what I'm
Like,
talking about, yeah.
they didn't sound like crack, 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 crack.
Yeah, or like a car blowing out, like those kinds
Yeah,
of sounds.
yeah.
But yeah, not like a pellet, so
Mhm.
I don't
I don't
know.
know, but
Sometimes
she was just
we people don't she
people
was
don't
just
what?
what?
No, I mean, she was just saying it was horribly acted out
Mm,
and that it
yeah.
was fake. So,
Everything is fake, like, we kill people, like, the government kills people and everything. I mean, the gladiators, man, this is not made up stuff. This happens. Other countries do the same thing, and they set up circumstances to sway the public opinion.
mm,
For what? I don't know. Usually some corporate gain or something is behind it all. I don't know what it is in this case. But all I know is neither of these people have my vote. Period. Poop. And Joe Biden just started his campaign again today. So he was trying to respect Donald Trump, but I guess he said, "You out here golfing and everything. I might as well get what am I doing? And I might as well get
you know
back."
what he said? I don't know if it was in the, interview he did with Lester Holt
Mhm.
yesterday, I think it was. I don't know, I heard the snippet of it on a podcast that I listened to, so I'm not sure if it was on that interview or some other thing.
Mhm.
But somebody came at him because he's starting to talk. Like, he's starting to be like, "Nah, F that. Like, let me speak to you how I wanna speak to you about stuff."
Yeah.
Because people were like, "Your rhetoric," people are blaming your rhetoric for this attempt on President Trump's life.
Mhm.
And how do you feel about that? Do you think that you're the one speaking, violently and your rhetoric is it? And he said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." He said, "I've gone through a lot of places in the middle of America where I've seen Trump signs, and next to it I've seen F Joe Biden, and
Mhm.
next to that I see children, families and children giving me the finger." He said,
Mhm.
"Who's rhetoric?" He's like, "How do you think I feel going through the country and there's children
Mhm.
flipping me off, and there's signs that say F Joe Biden,
Mhm.
and stuff like that." It's like, who's doing what? Like, it's all the same. So, I mean, don't come for me because somebody went crazy and came after you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Well,
sure
he's
there's threats
back
on
on
his
the
life all the time too.
all the time. Yeah, of course. And then they said there was a threat. What do they call those? Not substantial. What do they call those threats when it may happen? I forgot what those are called.
Mm.
But there was a threat that Iran was trying to assassinate Trump. And yeah, that was a threat that they already had. So the fact that he didn't have any protection is even
They
called further into action. Because what? He didn't have anyone protecting him, knowing he had a known threat.
Who were the people that day though? They
I
didn't
don't
they really
know.
looked like actors.
They
And
did.
I mean, they didn't look like physically fit enough to defend him. They
See,
didn't
don't
look the
say
right
that.
size.
Then you're
Well,
gonna
I'm
get
just saying.
DEI. They're gonna say it's a DEI reasons. They're gonna say that's
But
why.
even the men. I mean, whatever you
I
want to
mean,
say
that
about
skies this,
the
I guess.
women or the whatever, because I know they're talking about the DEI, they're talking about the number of women on his detail, whatever you want to say
Mhm.
about that. But the men didn't even look fit enough to care for him.
Yeah.
The videos that we talked about with Obama walking through it at the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas, you could
Mhm.
see his detail. He's a former
Mhm.
president. Trump's a former president, and he's a candidate. I guess he's official candidate now, I guess as of tomorrow or something. So maybe they beef up his security at tomorrow. I don't know. But the dudes that were helping Obama were like big dudes. Like one of them
Mhm.
could pick Obama up and carry him out the building if he needed to.
Yeah.
Not now one of them could pick Trump up.
No. It took
Even
4
two
of
of
them
them
to pick him
together.
up.
I
Yeah.
mean, so how secure do you feel?
I noticed, and that's interesting because this is an observation I've seen is everywhere I've been, security bodyguards and security are always been black people. I didn't see any black security guards or social security. I
I
mean,
don't
Secret
Social Security.
Service.
Well, Trump didn't have, aside from Ben Carson, if we claim him still, black delegation, I don't know where you at, was the only black, there were no other black people under Trump during his whole administration.
It was just
So
Ben Carson.
you explain that to me.
So I mean, I'm just saying, like you see that in everywhere, and you don't see Trump. Like I don't know about the black
Yeah,
people he
like
hired or
big.
not, or judges. Maybe he hired some black judges. I don't know.
No, not one appointment. Not one.
What?
Look it up. I just heard this
I'm
morning
looking
on the
it up.
podcast. Not one appointment. Not one black appointment under Trump. All those judges he put out there, not one. Not one.
Mm.
Not one. Not even one. One. You like a dream come true.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I
Not
gotta look
one.
that up.
Please do. Not one. Please look it up now. Please check me if I'm wrong. But
Wow,
not one.
well, he appointed 85% white, 76% male, and less than 5% African American. Wow.
Hi, Kale.
Article 3 African American judges by president.
So he did.
I mean, what's 5%? 2 people? Like I don't even know.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alabama, Virginia, Texas, Eastern District, Southern District, Western District, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Michigan, Illinois, and Virginia.
Did he know they were black?
I
mean, that's a real question. That's a legitimate question. Did he know?
Who knows? That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Any final thoughts?
I
Hi,
mean, I
Kale.
don't
Love
know.
you. Love you, Bookie Boo.
I don't know.
I don't know. Let me check
get,
see if anything popped up before.
like I said before, though, while you're looking at that, I would like to hear from a doctor as to the extent of his injuries.
Mhm.
Was there nerve damage? Does he have his ear still? What's under there? I see the bottom of his ear. Is he missing his ear? Does he have hearing in his ear? Any
Oh,
damage
wait.
to anything?
Trump's White House doctor gives medical update after surgery. What did he say? No concussive effects, okay, from the bullet that grazed. Okay, he was grazed, not shot. I guess. Oh, I guess that's the same. Who knows?
Yeah, Kale
Um,
wants to know what's under the maxi pad. What's under that?
yeah. What lies beneath?
What lies beneath? So
uh,
it grazed.
it grazed, and it says there's a
You gotta send me the
0.22.
link. I gotta see this.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
And why wasn't
Yeah.
there like a
There, I put in the
something,
comments.
you know?
I put in the chat.
Like I need a whole yeah, I can't even do it. Can't highlight it from here. Yeah, like I need an explanation. So it grazed him. So he got a paper cut? Like
It took
what? Well, how
Jackson said Monday that he checked out Trump's ear
Jackson,
in
is
the
this the
morning.
same doctor that said that he
Yeah,
weighed 225 pounds and was a picture of health?
I think so. It says Trump's White House doctor, so I think that's the same guy.
Are you serious?
And it says he
I
checked.
need the doctor that saw him in Pennsylvania. I want that
Just
doctor
took the
in the
top of
emergency
his.
room.
Just took the top of his ear off. That's nothing. The wound was bleeding like crazy,
It wasn't for the whole minute that he was standing there on the
right?
stage
It looked like it had already coagulated and everything.
because it was ketchup.
Like ketchup on fries.
Oh, what?
It's not going to be that noticeable when healed. He believes in divine intervention. Oh God, this is the doctor talking. Ooh, child.
Yeah, ooh, child is right. What can we do
good
for our
luck to
mental
everyone.
health though? I guess we just unplug. I mean,
Unplug
like
for me.
unplug me from the Matrix, like just
For me, lots of wine.
where's Neo? Unplug me.
Because this is outrageous.
Outrageous. Mhm. It is. Like I don't want to
Gosh, my mental health
participate
feels
anymore.
worse. But
I
that's what they
know. I
want
don't
you to do. Don't do it.
hopeless. Feel hopeless. I don't want to participate anymore, like in any of this. It's really disheartening, actually.
Yeah.
Um,
Welcome to my world. I've been a cynic.
yeah.
I've
But it's
been a
like
cynic.
taking the joys of my life, like growing up,
Yeah.
adulting, like this was
Yeah.
one of the major joys of my life. Politics, debates, campaign season. It was like my Super Bowl. Like I loved my Olympics. Like it was, I
Yeah.
loved it. I lived for it. And now it's just like
That was me in 2000
I
with
don't
the
like
dimpled
it.
chads.
Yes.
I was done. I was like, this is cheating and everything. It was my mom's first time voting, and she
Aw.
got to
That
experience
was my
that.
first vote.
Yeah, that was my first presidential vote.
Presidential vote. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And a court said, nope.
Right? And that's what we've been following ever since. So who knows what's going to happen. Maybe we'll have a court appointed president again. We'll see. But I'm not enthusiastic, and I'm not going to be that person who votes for the lesser of two evils. I'm not going to do it this time. I've done it enough. And people will be like, oh, your ancestors fought for this. I'm like, no, my ancestors fought for me to have a right to vote third party, not for me to be sitting here voting for people who take you for granted and say you ain't black if you ain't
Oh,
voting
you
for
in
Joe
Pennsylvania
Biden.
too? Isn't that a swing state or a
Sure is.
battleground?
Purple state. Yeah, purple state.
God damn.
Not Philly though. So
Dang, Mo.
yeah.
Yeah, so your city doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, my mental health is low. I think I may open up some wine at this point. Wasn't going to, but What can I
I mean, you do
say?
what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do.
Gotta self-medicate.
I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Roll out the yoga mat, get my
Yes.
bolster, light a candle, and
Oh,
just
I
be in
like that.
child's pose for the rest of the evening.
Oh, that sounds
Nobody bother
beautiful.
me.
I'm gonna watch
Put my legs up a
YouTube.
wall. Call it a day.
All right, girl. Love you. Take care.
I love you too.
Thanks,
Bye, everybody.
everyone. Appreciate y'all. Bye.
Bye.